Hi everyone, it's been a really long time, I think about a year. I'm back. I'm a mom now. I have a 1-year-old boy and he is wonderful. He has really changed my life and it has been a really busy past year, but a lot has changed since last time I was on here making videos, so I apologize for the shakiness. Something happened to my tripod, so I'm just gonna hold this and I was like, it's more important that I just go ahead and get a video out instead of make everything perfect. So, interestingly enough, I was planning to get this video out soon anyway, but it sped it up a little bit because Poshmark just made a gigantic change on their platform in regards to shipping, and you may have heard about it. Anyway, we'll get to that in a little bit, but as you can see, I'm over here near my shipping area, and I'm going to be returning a lot of priority mail boxes and mailers to the post office pretty soon because Poshmark is no longer doing priority shipping. It is all switching to USPS Ground Advantage in 3 days, September 12th. So that is very important to know. They are not going to charge you the $5 fee until October 12th, so you have exactly 30 days to get a new packaging situation figured out for yourself. Now, there has been a ton of confusion and just, I feel like whenever any of these big changes roll out, they say USPS and them are collaborating and ready for this transition, but it usually turns out that it's just a big rigmarole and it's just a mess. So this change rolled out yesterday. I called USPS and I called the number they said. Nobody knew anything I was talking about at USPS corporate, so they directed me to my local post office. They didn't know anything, and then this morning I get back on the blog post. Today is September 9th, 2025, by the way. Today I get back on the blog post and they have an update with some more detailed information about how to get these free USPS Ground Advantage shipping supplies from USPS. They have 5 options. They have 2 boxes and they have 3 poly mailers. I believe 2 of them are padded, 1 is not. And then the boxes, I believe, are comparable. I think one of them is comparable to the large priority mail shipping box that many of us used to use. So anyway, it'll all work out. It'll all be fine. I just hope that they can get things shipped out soon so that we're prepared and we don't have to pay for our own shipping supplies, since that is a huge incentive for a lot of people to sell on Poshmark, is that the shipping supplies have been free for, forever. I think since they started doing priority mail shipping, you can use any priority mail packaging that the USPS offers. So hopefully they can. I already placed an order over email. If you want to check out that blog post by Poshmark announcing the update, I will link it in the description for you. They just came out with an update this morning. So yeah, a lot has changed since last time I was on here. We moved. I had a baby last year, July, so he's a little over 1 year old. We moved. I'm in a completely new space and loving it. I'm back on my platforms, full force, reselling. And everything is at my home. So I am so thankful to have this space. I am in my basement, and literally I run everything from this basement. So right now I'm in my shipping area. As you can see, I'll give you like a full tour in another video, but for now, I just want to let you know, yeah, we moved to a different city, still in Indiana, but we want to be closer to family for support since having the little guy, and that has helped a lot. It was quite the recovery for me having a baby. Some of you know that I have a chronic pain condition. I have lived in chronic pain for about 12 years, and so I don't say that to have anyone feel sorry for me, but just to let you know, that contributed to me having just a harder time with giving birth, and you know, I just have a very sensitive body, and I always have sensitive skin, you know, this, that, and the other, and just having chronic pain on top of being pregnant and having a baby just adds to everything. So not to be scary or anything, but I almost died twice while giving birth, and then about a week and a half after I gave birth to my son, I was rehospitalized for a severe infection due to my birth wounds. So first of all, I hemorrhaged really bad, lost crazy amount of blood, could have died from that, had to get blood transfusions. Very, very scary stuff. Passed out in the hospital bathroom, all this stuff. Anyway, got past that, got home about a week and a half later, spiked a fever pretty bad, went to the doctor, and lo and behold, you've got a severe infection. We got to get you admitted to the hospital today. And it could have gone septic, guys. It was a very scary experience. So really happy to be having all that behind me. My son is worth all of it, but I would not want to go through that again. It was awful, guys. So now that we're about a year out, and I say all that to say that this is part of why I've been away so long, is that I was going through major health stuff, just recovering from all of that, getting used to being a mom, and then we moved, and that's always a big, you know, a big project, just getting settled in a new place, also with a new baby. So I'm at the point now where I'm excited to get content going on this channel again, and I may not be, like, my content may not be as edited anymore because I do have very limited time. You know, I have a small child, so if I am able to get videos up regularly again, I'd like to get maybe a video up every week. That's probably the schedule I'm going to go with to begin with. I think that would be a good start. Get back into what sold, bins, hauls. Now, I do not live in Indianapolis anymore, where we had 3 bins locations. I live, I'm going to say where I live, but I live about 2.5 hours away from where I used to live. So, there is not a bins here. However, I still go up to Indy sometimes to go to doctor's appointments and such, and go to the bins there. And then there's Louisville isn't too far, and Evansville is not too far. Those are each probably, I don't know, hour and a half away. So that's totally doable to go, you know, to the bins. And then I have been doing some more sourcing at regular Goodwill. So, anyway, I know that's just, I'm talking really fast and that's a lot of information, but I wanted to hop back on here and say hi, and say I haven't forgotten about you guys. I haven't forgotten about the channel. I am planning to continue this. There's my lovely light box. Whoa, right there. Yeah, I am going to give you guys a tour sometime very soon. I've got like my desk set up here, and our basement's still a bit of a mess, but it is just life-changing to have all of this in one place. No more storage unit, no more every time I have to ship, or you know, every time I get my inventory boxes full, having to go get in the car and go to another location. It is just so convenient to have everything right here in my basement. So in general, we have the basement split into 2 parts with a wall in the middle. On this side of the basement is where I do most of my work. So I've got my desk, my shipping, I do my processing of inventory, and I have clothing racks and stuff I am storing the hanging items on. On the other side of the basement, I have all of my shelving. like this that you guys saw in my previous videos. It was a really big job to get it all moved, but we had lots of help from my father-in-law, my husband, and we got it set up. So all of my inventory shelves are on the other side of the basement with room to spare. When I first started the channel and I showed you guys my, oh sorry, that's in the way. When I first showed you guys the setup of my storage unit, I bought enough shelves to hold 8,000 items, because that was the capacity that I had at that storage unit. Now I could surpass 8,000 items if I wanted to. Right now my store is at about 2,000 items. I really had to build it back up since giving birth and being pregnant and having to take some time off of the reselling business. You know, I just wasn't listing for a while, wasn't very active with the business because I was very focused on my son. So, yeah, the sky's the limit with the potential as far as the space I have now. Trying to think if there's any other big changes I wanted to discuss. I'm very interested about this new shipping change with USPS, because the shipping costs have been outrageous in my opinion for Ground Advantage, just all across, honestly. Like, they just keep going up and keep going up. So I think from the buyer's perspective, $6.49 shipping flat rate for USPS Ground Advantage on Poshmark is going to be fantastic, and hopefully will increase sales. I mean, even eBay, like, there's people paying $10-11 just to ship a t-shirt. Ground Advantage, so as their cheapest option, $10 to $11, so that's pretty wild. So I do like that Poshmark buyers are going to be offered a much more affordable shipping option. And to be honest, the priority shipping time that it took, you know, it always said 1 to 3 days. No, we all know that's not true. I had people not getting their packages even after a week. And when you're paying, you know, $8-something and being told, hey, this is priority, we're guaranteeing you 1 to 3 days, and it's not getting there for a week or more, that's pretty dishonest. And I'm not saying USPS is intentionally being dishonest, but it's like, if you actually can't deliver what your service is offering, then don't make that promise, and offer something different or lower your rate. So I understand why Poshmark was probably fed up. They were like, okay, USPS raising their priority shipping again, and on top of that, I'm not saying that's a problem in itself, but on top of that, stuff isn't getting where it's supposed to go on time as it is, and you're raising it again. It's just like compounding the problem. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. Anyway, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. It's been so long. Tell you what, being a mom, it's so important to have these things for yourself. I really missed having my reselling business and this YouTube channel, because it is something for me, and it is something that fills me up and kind of rejuvenates me to have something that I am working on, goals for myself, and that is apart from being a mom. Even though I love being a mom, wouldn't trade it for anything. So happy my son is here. I'm really excited to get back into it. So please leave me a comment. Tell me how you're doing. Let me know you're out there. And let me know what you think of these new Poshmark shipping changes. Have you heard about it? If you haven't heard about it, now you have. Let me know what you think and what your plan is for dealing with the change. And I will see you again very soon. Take care.